What's up, folks? Welcome back to Channel Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. I'm back from vacation. It's 6 a.m. right now, and we are here to pull some shards to finish off the Champion Chase tournament that's going on for the Donnie Fusion. Now, hopefully you guys are having a good fusion so far. It was a bit of an energy drain for the Dungeon Diver, to be honest. Would have been hard to avoid spending some gems. I did have to spend some gems on both my accounts to finish off the Dungeon Diver. Dungeon Diver is ending in 25 minutes, and then we have about a 20-hour break before the next Dungeon Diver, which is a little bit of a drag since the Dragon Tournament just started as well. So I advise to save all your energy if you can for the Dungeon Diver when it opens in about 20 hours. But in this video, we're going to be pulling some shards to finish out the Champion Chase here. Both accounts, I have roughly about 1,200 points accumulated from mysteries, and I pulled a fragment summon as well that I've saved up, which was Crowcad on both accounts. But we're going to pull for the 3,000 here and try to do it with as little big shards as possible. So on both my accounts, I'm actually have a good amount of void shards. And today, actually, quite surprisingly, there is a progressive chance for Taras and Marichka. Now, this was a total surprise as of last week before the Champion Chase started. I don't know why they put a one-day event for Taras Marichka, and also I don't know why that they didn't announce it to us before the Champion Chase started or when the Champion Chase started. It's double peculiar because we had a sacred event and then a void shard event for Taras Marichka. Like, they're two separate shard types as well. So it's not like they bait you into opening sacred shards and then they have another sacred shard type of event. It's just two separate shard events that uses separate shards. So why not just tell us beforehand? It doesn't make sense. People are speculating that the 10x pull for April wasn't very good, and then they had to throw in some made up event just to up the shard pulls. I don't think that's the case. I think 10x April with 2x Sacred Shard is probably a pretty good event for most people, especially most new people that are coming in to start the game, for example. But we are going to, gamble a little bit here with some void shards for Marichka on both accounts. She's an absolute game changer, of course, with the speed in all battles aura, and then her passive here, which is massive, of course. Placing the block damage whenever she receives a bomb is very arena meta right now. She's generally just an insane carry, so if you got her, she's going to be awesome. Taras is still a insane damage dealer if you got him, but he gets really obnoxious once you pair him up with Marichka. And Marichka by herself is definitely very, very powerful and very meta right now. So for me, both accounts would be massive improvements with Marichka. So that's what I'm going to be going for here. I need about 1,900 points on this account. So we'll pull a little bit here. You can kind of see I got 230 void shards. So I don't mind throwing a couple into the wind here. On this account, I'm nowhere close to Mercy. We're running on only 0.5% chance at hitting a Lego. So not expecting much. For a non-boosted void shard event with the Champion Chase, you're expecting about 77 points each shard. So based on the amount of average points you get per shard and the points that I need to finish off this Champion Chase, I'm probably going to only be pulling about 25. And as you can clearly see, I got so many void shards here saved up from so long of not really pulling them excessively anyways, that I can spare 25, 30 void shards. No problem chasing Marichka. So let's go for it. Let's see what we can get here. Obviously, the quality of the pull is very important. So if I can pull some epics along the way without any Legos, that would be very helpful. Each void rare is worth 50 points. So these are pretty valuable, but obviously you want to see, you don't want to see this. You don't want to see all blues. Yeah, you want to see some purples at least. We do have some pieces for Broadmaw, which is always welcomed. Let's see our next 10 pull. We're short about 14 or 1500. So let's see if we can get it right here so we don't have to pull any more. An epic would be nice. Wow. Are we really going to go 20 blues? Okay. Jesus. We have to pull another little batch here. Actually, let me double check the standings here real quick. All right, so we're short about 500 points here. So we'll pull singles until we get kind of close, and then we'll finish it off with mystery shards. We still have a champ training event happening, so we still need to pull some mystery shards to finish that off. So we'll pull a couple here, couple. Give us something. One epic. One epic in 20. Come on, give us something. Come on. One epic to get us close would be nice. Okay, so we're short like 400. One epic to get us close. Can we do it? Ugh. Crazy, man. Crazy. So many blues. So many blues. This is the reality. This is the reality, guys. I think this is 25 void shards with one epic. Yeah, 25 void shards with one epic. Pretty nasty stuff. All right, we're gonna leave it there. This account doesn't really have very good void luck. If you guys been following this account, I've gotten dupes and triples of void champions on a free to play account over the years, like on multiple champions on this account. So it's just not the most lucky, but yeah. Anyways, we got one epic from 25 void shards. We're gonna finish it off with mystery shards. And yeah, champion chase will be done for this account. Let's jump on the main account and see if we can get lucky there. That one has actually Taras, so Marichka on that account would be massive. All right, so we are on the main account here. Same kind of situation. We're at 1,300 points. We're looking for 3,000 points, so we need 1,700 points from shards. Finish off this champion chase. We pulled Crowcat and a bunch of mystery shards to get to this point. Now we're going to be pulling some void shards. I got 144. You know, I usually pretty conservative with pulling void shards. In this case, we do have Marichka, which is massive because I do have Taras, and Marichka would be a huge support champion for this account. I did pull, I think, one Sacred Shard from Ultra Nightmare not too long ago, and I did finish off Hard Doom Tower. So you see my Sacred stash is back up to 7 shards, which is definitely going to help me prep for some of those big shard events for the turtles later on. That's going to be my goal. I'm going to try to pick up all 4 turtles. So here in this case, hopefully I only need to pull 20 void shards and then it'll be a done deal. Let's see if we get lucky here. Marichka will be massive. Not close to Mercy or anything, so not expecting anything. But you can always expect the unexpected. Okay, this time we got an epic, which is way better than the other account. All right, 800 points. So we're looking for 1,700 points. So we're halfway there. Let's see if we get lucky here. Come on. There we go. We got the epic. So looks like 1,700 is going to be in the bag. And we get lucky, 0.5% chance each. And no, we got 1,600 here. So we're basically there. We'll finish it off with mystery shards, no problemo. All right, so unfortunately, no Marichka, no gold. But hey, we did finish off this champion chase relatively cheaply. We only really pulled mystery shards and about 20 void shards. And losing, 20 void shards on both accounts is not a big deal at all. So very, very happy with that. We'll finish off 3,000 here. 3,000 is not overly expensive, but it is not overly cheap either. Basically in line. But this allows us to skip up to 2 events or 10 fragments worth. And we're probably going to use those Grace 10 fragments on the next week's Summon Rush so we can save some shards. Like I said, I'm going to plan to try to get all 4 turtles. On this account, I'm pretty low on shard resources. So I really want to conserve as much as I can, especially with potentially Leo and Raphael in guaranteed events that potentially could include shards somewhere down the line. Anyways, guys, nothing exciting here in terms of pulling gold, but hopefully you guys got something nice for yourselves over the weekend for the champion chase. Hopefully the fusion is going well for you guys. Once again, you guys are allowed to miss 10 fragments. So if you guys could not fully complete the champion chase, you guys are not totally out of the running yet. You guys still have to complete the rest of the events and you can still get Donatello. Just make sure you guys plan out your resources. You guys have a week until next weekend's Summon Rush. Also need some shards there as well. It's much less flexible than a champion chase, so keep that all in mind. And you're probably looking at spending about 6 sacred shards worth of points for next week's Summon Rush. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will be doing some playtesting on the turtles right away. Thank you guys so much for your patience with that. I did just come back from vacation, but excited to get my hands on those turtles and see what they can do. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.